trying to garner the energy of the black community. Because why did this white man get killed by a white man and the black community is so involved in the situation?
That's the white people.
This is harvesting the energy.
They have a room right now, the white people, called "Who is Going to Replace Charlie?" Sad face.
It's the same thing that happened with Rittenhouse. If you remember, Rittenhouse didn't shoot any blacks.
Yeah.
He wasn't attacked. Well, he was attacked. I don't think he was ever hit by a black. It was a black dude that was there, I think, with a skateboard. I don't know, but he didn't shoot any blacks. But the thing is, he was like black adjacent because he was patrolling the George Floyd protests. So that's why we're involved with Charlie Kirk, is because he was an outspoken, harsh critic of the black community. So obviously we're pulled into the fray with his assassination, because it could have possibly been one of the Negroes to have done it, even though we know that that's not our type of shit. It's still something that we could have been involved with because of his outspokenness against it. Still involved because, again, it's his outspokenness.
Man, to redirect the conversation, I have a question, right? Because we are hyper-focused on someone that's not here anymore and is creating a larger impact in his passing than he did when he was alive. But on our side of the fence, our side being anyone that is not pro-Trump, right? Do we have anyone that is our Charlie Kirk, that is actively effectively recruiting the younger generation that's going to come in, the new blood? Like, do we
Dr. Umar.
Absolutely not.
Dr.
Umar.
Absolutely. Yeah, Dr. Umar.
I would think, like,
absolutely no.
After seeing how impactful and effective he was and how pertinent he was to their campaign, that we would duplicate that or improve that and utilize it on our side at the same time. Like, you have to fight fire with fire. You can't just sit back and see, okay, they're obviously going to run that play again. That play is working. Matter of fact, they don't even got to run it again. They're going to improve and enhance what's already there. So we need to be doing the same thing so that we can have new energy, new blood, new people coming in on our side with fresh, younger ideas on how to campaign and market and reach a newer generation. We need to focus on that. I think that would be a better thing than to keep talking about somebody that's already done their job and is still doing their job in post-mortem.
And Jim and I, will the Democrats have a person that wants to recruit young men? That's ultimately what it comes down to. And that's what Charlie Kirk did. That was his superpower, right? Because the man's dead now. I'm just giving maybe a little teeny bit of flowers, right? His superpower was galvanizing young white males. And that's what the Democrats do not want to do. You know, they telling y'all, them white male or guys like BT, what they call it? Masculinity, toxic masculinity. Oh, boys shouldn't play football. And that's the culture war that Charlie Kirk was fighting. I don't know if the Democrats want to ever do that.
Well, there's like a couple of key aspects that there's a couple of key aspects that a black person is never going to be able to duplicate, which is being that level of vitriolic on a wide platform, right? And be widely respected by the mainstream while being highly vitriolic. Number one. Number two, billion-dollar backers. So those are going to be like the two.
So all the Democrats
components.
All the Democrats are broke.
The left has done
well, I just take it that billion-dollar.
That don't make sense. Come on, brother.
One second, brother. I take it that billion-dollar donors aren't in the business of backing vitriolic black people for the sake of helping galvanize young black people.
All you got to do is do the same thing. He was vitriolic, but
it's
the way
not
he
true. Jasmine Crockett got Alex Soros as his backup.
Is the way, like, he put the medicine inside the Kool-Aid, right? So if you watch the way he did it, like, he would have speakers like Nick Fuentes, who was openly racist and would tell you he's openly racist. And
Charlie
that's why he was openly racist.
Charlie the gang was
Nick
what
Fuentes
you
was
was.
not allowed on campuses because he was so vitriolic. What Charlie did was he played the middle ground. So I'm not, a white nationalist. I'm adjacent to it, but I'm pro-Christian and everything else. Let me on campus, and then he would bring them in as keynote speakers. So they were on the same campus that would not have them there if it weren't for his platform. Right. So I'm saying all that to say, whoever takes it up on the left side doesn't need to be vitriolic. They need to be tactful in the way that they launch out so that they can be palatable to mainstream. That has to be the goal from day one.
But it has to be authentic too, more than anything, Gemini. Kurt was his authentic self. It can't be like a fake kind of phony Democrat. You know what I mean? It gotta be.
You're talking about. So let me just finish this real quick. If you're talking about getting support in a way which is not acceptable as a black person, or I'm saying it for a white person is acceptable. He can be as vitriolic as he wants. He can tone it down and still play the racist card in front of you. A black person can't do that. There's no possible way that would be palatable on any mainstream level if you're being an extremist.
But it can be a white guy. Basically, it can be a white guy.
So now, we already have that. If you have black people who you, or if you have somebody who wants to be a spokesperson to get black people behind them, as vitriolic as they can be in that regard, we already have that.
Give me a name. Give me a name, brother.
Of somebody that goes after black people. I think I said Dr. Umar.
No, I would much. It would be easier if you said Cornel West, but Dr. Umar,
all the typical names that do the same
Dr. Umar.
Wait, you don't think that those are people that get support from black people? I mean, you might not like him or respect him, but he's still somebody that's trying to get the job done.
The average
his level of vitriol. Look at his agenda. Look at his level of vitriol.
Not Dr. Umar. He meant his money bad.
Here's the issue. His agenda, his level of vitriol is probably what got him no funding. Had he been a different race with the same agenda, he would have got the funding. But because he's black, because he was so revolutionary, that's why everyone stays away from him.
Yeah, I would definitely say more so Cornel West versus Dr. Umar. Like
Cornel West is 70.
But also here's other thing. And before I go into this other thing, let me say this too real quick. So I was correct. Before Charlie Kirk turned 35, he could have ran for president and got elected. Just plug the numbers in, and I'm gonna leave right there. Put it in the chat. Talk to me back on the stage. However it goes. So now let's go back to this conversation, right, bro? If we talking about Umar, this is what we gotta understand. When it comes to voting, and when it comes to the House, and when it comes to the Senate, this shit is a monopoly. It's a monopoly. Tell me, outside of the early 1800s, late 1700s, and we know why these people won, who ran off a third party and actually became president? Nobody. I answer it for you. Nobody. That's because this whole voting system is a monopoly. Because once you're at the independent level and you're in a certain state, guess what you still got to deal with? You still got to deal with the House and the Senate. You still got to deal with the Democrats and Republicans. You got to pick a side. If you want to be president of the United States, I'm sorry to say it, you have to pick a side. You're going to run as a Republican or a Democratic. That's it. There's no in between. There's no gray areas. There's nobody you can tell me in history before that like solely just did an independent campaign and became president outside of what I just said. So, that's just how this shit is set up. It's a monopoly, and it's fucked up, but this is the world we live in.
But to Gemini's original question, I'm gonna say the Democrats loosely, right? They don't have no one that's 31 years old, first of all, right? That can galvanize Generation Z, right? I'm trying to think outside myself, right? Think outside the stage. That side don't have it, right? They're not galvanizing young men. We know who they're galvanizing, right?
That's literally my point.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They don't have nobody of the equivalent.
A weak point, then it needs to be addressed, and that gap needs to be filled. We need to have someone that can go out there. They need to have some financial backing and go out there and target a younger audience and bring in new blood. Like all of our military institutions, our police academies, everybody, they always are actively recruiting young guys, younger generations. Like that's a mandatory thing for us to even maintain our position as the number one military source as far as the nations go, right? We have to actively, like, that's one of the things Trump did do is, like, since he's got in, I don't know if y'all do know that, but the police numbers and the military numbers have shot up, right? That's what the Democrats, in my opinion, need to do is to target a younger audience and have someone out there that can do it. Like, we've seen the impact Charlie had. Cool. Now we understand that. Now we need to move in that direction so we could do that for us. So we have a newer generation that's ready to take up arms and move forward and push the line. Like, we need that.
And did somebody put up Westmore as a possibility? I mean, we have a lot of people in the Black community, but they just don't have the backing. So maybe we should start backing some of these people. There's that young man who is out of Florida, the youngest African American in Congress. That young man, I can't think of his name right now. You guys know who I'm talking about?
Are you talking about Frost?
Yeah. He's a very articulate, focused young man, and he could be a leader in leadership for our community. We have a lot of people who qualify, but they need to be backed. Because Charlie Clark was backed by billionaires.
Why he's able to drop out of college. But let me ask you this though, Lisa. Let me ask you this, right? Do you think, from the Democrat side, that the person needs to be a young Black male? Don't you think it'll be just as effective or impactful to have a white guy do it as well? That the race doesn't play as big of a role as the recruitment, the effectiveness of the role of a recruiter that they have, right? Like, if we're looking at the racial demographic of the country, you probably would be better off using a white guy to do it, honestly, because who makes up the majority of the country? You can't just go after the minorities. I'm not trying to get a bunch of Black people in here. I'm trying to get a bunch of people overall, as many people through the doors as possible, every fucking nationality.
Who breaks the tie? Who breaks the tie, though, Gemini? Let's say white America and the United States is split 50-50 on their beliefs on who they should be in office. So now, who breaks that vote? Who's a tie-breaking vote at that point? Black America, right?
We right, but we got to get to that point. So let's get there. That's what I'm trying to say. We need to get to that damn point. So we need to use whatever tool. Like, I don't care about the color of the tool. It could be purple. As long as they can get us there and bring new people in and they're effective, and we see the numbers, we see the stats and facts, then that's what we need.
Well, we still need somebody, because young Black kids need a Black man to look up to emulate. We can't have, unfortunately, I hate to say this, we can't have white people being our leaders on a local community level. That doesn't make sense to me.
I agree with you. So what if we do what they did?
Because we got
like that. That's
y'all a bunch of racists.
All of their crime rates dropped. All of them.
Hey, Lee.
From Alabama, Birmingham, to Chicago, to Baltimore. So we're doing that, Lisa.
Lisa, when Kirk partnered with Candace, I think that's what he was doing, right? So what if we did the same thing? We don't have to be one. We could have a pair. We could have a Black and a white that work in tandem.
And that'd be great, but it's just, to me, that's the problem we're having in our community right now. That our youth need to be able to look up and see the leadership, see the success, and the pure reason that they no longer or haven't been teaching American history that includes Black achievement has been a problem. And then we don't do it in our own. I'm not saying, when I say we, don't put this jacket on you if it don't fit, in our own household. So now that we know that there's going to be a possibility of it being deleted throughout our school systems, we have to be a little bit more vigilant on showing our children that there's nothing that we can accomplish, and look where we've come thus far. We've come so far, and we have a lot to show for it. It's just not, we're stuck in a dependency stage and on some plantation. We can't move around. I've said it once, I'll say it twice. We have excellence in every field in this country, from A, astronauts, to Z, zoologists. You're going to find a Black person who is achieving in excellence, not marginally, and don't even require affirmative action.
Are you racially obsessed?
Oh my God! Here you go. I thought you were not talking to me. What happened?
Don't interrupt.
No, I don't mind talking to you.
I can't. I'm not gonna.
I'll drop him. I'll bring him back, but he's gonna have to wait till you finish what you were saying. Go ahead.
I'm just saying that, yeah, and to answer his question, yes, I am. Because you know why I am? Because I'm supporting my people. I'm supporting my community.
It's called the American people, stupid.
That's what we've always done as Black women. And it looks like we have to keep on doing it.
Don't want no white leaders.
Problem with it, that's on you. Don't make your insecurities.
She's obsessed with Black, right?
Lisa, I don't have a problem with you. I don't mind talking to you. Lisa, I don't mind talking to you. The only reason I left the room the other night is because you were swearing every other word and it was disrupting my spirit.
Okay,
moving forward,
yes, ma'am.
I wasn't done talking to you. Excuse me. Now the other thing is, your people, okay, they're Black people that you don't care for, like a Candace Owens. You don't care for her. So what I'm saying is there ain't no such thing as my people are Black. It's my people are people who are aligned with my way of thinking. So you need to stop with this racial approach and look at it in terms of your people are people that agree with you and that you're aligned with. Candace Owens ain't your people. Mr. Coonologist over there on the Supreme Court ain't your people. It ain't a Black thing for you. It's about how they think. So you need to keep it all the way real with yourself.
Okay,
and stop making it seem like it's about race when in fact it's about how they think. Tell the truth.
Don't tell me how I think. You're not in my head and you're not in my bed. So you don't know how I think. I'm telling you, I've always uplifted Black people. Now, when they're not uplifting and being positive to the race, to the community, you get none from me. You definitely get none from me. But when they are, when they're in line with what we need to have done in our community, our tangibles, like you guys like to say, what we need to have accomplished, then everybody is.
He is right about that.
Oh my God! I don't care.
Don't
Let her finish what she's saying. Speak for yourself. You're not going to overtalk me.
I'm sure niggas if y'all overtalking her, that's what it is.
Let her get her point across, fellas.
I don't speak the whole night. Then y'all niggas want to come off mic and interrupt me. Let me tell you something. Speak for yourself. Don't come on this stage and speak for nobody else because you don't know them. Speak for yourself in the first person.
So is Candace Owens your people? Is Candace Owens your people? Like you said,
no.
Black people? All right then. So don't say it's about Black people. It's about people that you agree with.
I just explained to you about that. And you're like I said to you the other night, you don't listen to absorb. You don't listen to appreciate. You don't listen to engage. You only listening, waiting for your chance to contradict on shit that you haven't even gave the whole conversation any type of consideration. You didn't hear the second part.
You're
of
right.
what
I jumped in the room. I apologize.
Yeah, you definitely did.
What I heard you say, the only reason I jumped in like that is because I heard you say Black people are excellent in every area, which is true. But then you went on to say that my people in this, your people ain't Black. Your people is. I didn't even hear what you said. What did you say about people like Candace Owens?
Never mind.
You didn't even hear what you said.
Why would you make a comment?
Yeah, you ain't listening, then you're going to make a comment about something you ain't even hear.
Candace Owens ain't her people. Candace Owens is not her people. So what is she talking about?
Man, watch out.
So did you hear what she said or didn't you?
No, that's why I asked her to repeat it. Please tell me again.
Shit.
You just call me an idiot?
No, I would never call you an idiot. What did she say about Candace Owens and Coonfinity over there on the Supreme Court? What did she say about Clarence Thomas?
Bro? You was coming off mic
for
no reason. It don't matter. Now we all know you come off mic for no reason.
Represent Black people.
Remind me what she said. What did she say?
You should know because you started snapping, right? So if you don't know,
I was just trying to figure out what she said. I didn't hear what she said, brother. Can you repeat it?
You should be the one to be able to repeat it because you came off mic snapping, right?
Okay, but can you repeat what she said since you heard it? Because I didn't hear what she said about Clarence Thomas and people like Clarence Thomas and Candace Owens. I didn't hear what she said about people like that.
Okay,
but he was right. You started talking about it before. You came off immediately, just like I said. you guys, I said it clearly. He doesn't listen to understand, doesn't listen to consume, and doesn't listen to consider. You just want to just pick off and have an argument about stuff you admittedly say you ain't even heard. So how you?
I apologize. I came in the room and I just started stepping up. I apologize about that. But I'm seriously trying to understand, because you said black people are your people, and I'm trying to figure out what carve out do you have for people like me, Candace Owens, and Clarence Thomas. What did you say about people like that? Are they your people?
I align with people. I align.
What did you say about people like that?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna repeat it. When we have people who don't align with what the good of the overall good of the black community, then I don't align with them. And is there anything more basic that I could tell you, make it more simple, put it where the goats can get it? That's just plain. Because even from the time we got over here, and all y'all know, somebody was putting about Harriet. Not even Harriet. What was the first rebellion? What was the guy who held the rebellion? It's late for me, y'all. He had people yeah, come on. We're not going to bring them all. So let's not be uncomfortable with leaving the ones who want to be left behind because they think the master's water is colder. I don't have a problem with leaving them behind.
So then why don't you say I'm for the black people that agree with me instead of saying I'm for all black people? Because
it's not agree. I said my community. I don't know if I. What am I? Am I speaking? Am I?
Why are you? So do you consider people like me in your community?
Understand?
Do you consider people like me in your community? Am I in your community?
Oh my God. Okay, y'all.
Am I in your community, Lisa?
No, you ask yourself that. Don't ask me.
I'm asking
because I'm not in your head. Do you think
I'm asking you? Am I in your community?
I asked you, do you think you're in the community?
I don't know what you're talking about. You said my people.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, you said my people. Who is your people?
Okay, listen, Manfinity, I'm not gonna have this.
Of course you're not, really, because you jibber jabbing over there. You double talking and you jibber jabbing, and you can't even make sense of what you own.
You just see you yelling. You just want to come in and get attention. You got your attention. You're yelling and screaming. You got what you came for. I am not going to upset my spirit tonight, knowing that your intentions are not even pure, that this conversation is not even one that you really want to have. You just want to be seen. So come up here and get seen. That's all I can tell you right now. Y'all bring them up. Y'all, you can have a conversation with somebody in.
I ain't trying to take nobody's spotlight. I just asked you a question.
Nobody needs spotlight. Nobody needs a spotlight. We having a very.
You jibber jabbing and double talking, and I don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay.
You're not even listening. You just talking to try to be seen, bro.
We both talking. I ain't trying to be seen.
We've been having a very great conversation for hours, and here you come.
Until I came, right?
No, the disruption is unnecessary. If you want to join in the conversation, feel free.
I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
It was literally until you came, though.
Oh my God.
It was literally until you came, though.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it simple.
Hey, it's
either you join in, stay on topic on the conversation. Oh, give me 1 second, State. Give me 1 second, State. State, 1 second. Either you join in on the conversation and stay on topic without trying to center yourself. I'm removing you from the room the next time you do it, bro.
I can't help but center myself. Everything I say
is what it is. I said what I said, bro.
And I said what I said too.
Where were we?
Okay, so can we move the rag around? Who was speaking? There's somebody speaking so eloquently before we.
Yeah, somebody was speaking. I was trying to remember where were we.
Yeah, that was me speaking so eloquently, but I forgot what I was saying.
No, I don't think she's talking about you, Stay. I really don't.
Oh, child. So
homie TC joined the stage. What's up, TC?
Oh, okay.
What's going on? Yeah, man, it's crazy out here. I think the left has finally lost its mind, and it's plain for everybody to see. Listen, I think you guys have kind of wrestled with this concept of American freedom, and you've realized that you don't want freedom. I think you've realized you want a type of anarchist type of freedom, where if rules are according to you and everybody follows your rules, you're happy. But when somebody takes the First Amendment and they say things that you don't like, now they're racist and anti-American and anti-black and all this other stuff. You guys don't want America. You want an idea of America that fits your biases and your prejudices. But you don't want America, because America is a big enough space for a multitude of opinions, whether they agree with you or not. You guys like to be put them down in the audience if they don't agree with you. You like to shout them down if they don't agree with you. You like to censor them if you don't agree. Look, it's happening right now. You're triggered. You don't want freedom of speech. So when a guy like Charlie Kirk comes around and he commits you guys, he commits you guys. Yeah, when a guy like Charlie Kirk comes around and commits to the First Amendment principles that this country was founded upon and challenges your presuppositions and your perspective on the world, you come away thinking he's a racist and he's a bigot and he's a misogynist and he's anti-black. No, he's not. He's just not agreeing with you. And if you come to a debate with him and he has a more informed position and you walk away with a bit of information that you didn't have before you came to the conversation, you don't denigrate him. You don't try and celebrate his death. You don't celebrate his assassination.
I got next.
You what you do is you realize that, damn, this is America. This is what America looks like. This is what I get when I get America, which is why this guy is celebrated. They had a vigil for him today in D.C. at John F. Kennedy Center, and I'm so glad that there are people that are coming to Christ because of his witness. Thousands of people have agreed to go to church today simply because of his witness. So that demonstrates that there's no amount of silencing on the left that can cause people to essentially reject the faith. People are coming to the faith because of Kirk.
Wrap it up, bro. Thank you.
I wanted to respond to that.
That was amazing.
So I've been paying attention to politics since I was about 16 years old. And I'm going to give you an example, right? I didn't agree with a lot of the things that John McCain said. Stout Republican, conservative, right? But I never walked away from hearing anything John McCain said to say he's racist. Nothing he ever said that I heard would lead me to believe that he's racist. So that shit's on that point, right? Because it's many conservatives that I've heard speak throughout my life that I cannot cleanly say are racist. I just wonder what goes on in you kind of folks' heads to what makes you want to bow down to these people so much. Do you want to feel included? Is that your way? And I notice on your PTR, you have multiple pictures of Dak Prescott, which would make you a Cowboys fan, which would make me understand why why you think the way you think.
Stay on subject.
I did stay on subject. The team that he likes proves his personality.
Man, stop making it personal, yo. That's how y'all lose debates.
You look like that's how you're on the part of your
There's too many people talking. So I know Jim and I want to jump in. You want to go ahead, Jim and I?
Go ahead. I'll
Respond to that slant.
Okay, so what the thing about it is, first of all, I like the way you guys come in here and announce what we're thinking. There's no one in here celebrating anything. Maybe you were celebrating and you don't want to say it out loud. So I think you should speak for
I don't have to announce it. You announce it for yourself.
No, I got to say for shit. You ain't heard me say nothing about celebrating anything. There's nothing in the title. There's nothing that came through my mouth. Play the clip of me celebrating anyone's death. I'm in the business of healing. I don't celebrate death. So I wish you would speak for yourself and stop speaking. You guys come in here all the time. We don't go into your spaces and start speaking for you. I come in here and I say what I say, and I stand by what I say. I never said anything about this man celebrating his death or nothing. What we've been doing is making sure that history is being recorded correctly, so there won't be no misinterpretation of who this person is. And I don't give a damn. I don't agree with you, but I'm not going to sit up here and celebrate anything happening to you. I don't agree with a lot of people, but I'm a grown-ass human being. I'm an adult, and I know how to carry myself as an intelligent adult. I don't need to pander. I don't need to kiss nobody's ass. If somebody says something I don't like, I don't need to fuck them. What in the fuck is wrong with y'all? I said that some of the things that he says I don't agree with. And just like he has the right to say them, I have the right to disagree with them. And there we are. So what's next?
Well, I think you interplay we and I. When you're defensive, you say I. When you're offensive, you say we. And I think if you take an inventory of how you use the words we and I, you'll realize that you're actually defending yourselves when you say I didn't do it, but then you say we don't do this here. Yes, you certainly do.
She don't care what you think. When people
if you don't think the